What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and you're not seeing things, man. For today, we're finally going to be talking about Wolverine and his X-Force uniform. Honestly, boys, I cannot tell you all how many times I've gotten to this page that you're looking at right now over the past almost 2 weeks. And I couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it because I'm a big fan of Wolverine. I have mad love for the character, right? And two of my all-time favorite looks for him is the X-Force uniform and Old Man Logan, right? And when I saw that we were getting the X-Force uniform for Wolverine, I was ecstatic. I was over the moon. I was so excited because when Wolverine came to the game, he was a very dominant character. He completely shook up PvP. I remember the very first time I went up against a Wolverine in PvP and he just completely wiped my team because he was unkillable. Like, he was literally unkillable, right? And I was really hoping that in some way, shape, or form, his X-Force uniform would put him back at the top of this game. If not in a way where he's unkillable, with really good damage, where he can kill world bosses, you know, something to relive that epic moment when we got Wolverine in Marvel Future Fight. Seriously. And I think that is where I set myself up for disappointment. I had expectations, and expectations often lead to disappointment, especially in Marvel Future Fight, right? Speaking on aesthetics alone, it is a beautiful looking uniform. It's everything I could have ever wanted in a uniform, right? It looks so freaking badass, right? Netmarble almost never disappoints when it comes to aesthetics, that's for sure. However, in terms of being functional, in terms of upgrading the character, it doesn't do nearly as much as I was hoping it would do. If you have Wolverine, just the base kit, and you pick up this uniform, you're definitely going to notice a significant increase in his DPS and his survivability. That is a given. However, if you have any of the previous uniform, which any real Wolverine fan would at this point, and I'm even gonna buy this one, right? I'm just gonna buy it because I need it for, as you can see, Deadpool, right? So I'm just gonna buy it. If you're any kind of a Wolverine fan, you have one of these two uniforms. So trying to justify purchasing a new one for him besides just the aesthetic factor, it's really hard to do because I've been testing this guy over and over again for the past 2 weeks. And the conclusion that I came to, this is just my own conclusion, you guys may feel differently, is that the difference between the Age of Apocalypse uniform that pretty much no one likes the look. I can't even speak properly. Like, no one likes the look of this uniform, but everyone will agree. Most of us that have been playing for a while will agree that this uniform is significantly better than this one, right? So that's why we all have it for the most part, and that's why I have it at Mythic, and that's why I never purchased this one, right? However, if you have this one, it's really hard to justify picking up this one because the difference in power in my testing is only like 5-6 seconds faster. Clear speed in World Boss Ultimate, you know what I'm saying? It's a small increase in power, maybe like 3 or 5%. That's it. In most cases, you won't even notice a difference. Sure, I don't have it at Mythic yet, but I will have it at Mythic soon, right? But the selling point for this uniform is basically the gimmick on the 3 skill, right? It's a cool thing where Wolverine can counter attacks, but before we even get into that, think about it logically, right? If you're any kind of Wolverine fan, think back and think about the comics or the movie, right? When have you ever seen Wolverine stand around in a fight waiting for somebody to attack him so he can counterattack them? I'll wait. Let me know in the comments, right? Wolverine is a wild animal. His only form of defense is offense, right? He doesn't sit around waiting for people to attack him. He just charges in, on a mindless mission to kill people, kill them dead, and just stabs them again for good measure. So sure, I like the fact that the counterattack skill is in his kit, but it doesn't make sense thematically. I would personally rather see this on another character. What I wanted more than anything else was, yes, damage accumulation, which is now on his tier 3 skill. I wanted him to actually have heavy hitting skills besides just the 5th skill, because this is where all of his damage has been ever since he came into the game. When you hit your proc on the 5th skill, you get a bunch of damage. When you do the other skills, you get basically peanuts, right? So I wanted that to change. I wanted him to get a couple new skills that actually dealt significant damage. Some of you guys are going to try and tell me, well, if you sit around and wait during the fight to counterattack the enemy, you can get a good amount of damage from the 3 skill. Again, it doesn't make sense, because the longer you sit around waiting, the longer the fight goes on, the more the clock runs down, and overall it's just seriously a massive waste of time. So for me, this doesn't fit in his kit. It doesn't make sense, and overall it just lowers his DPS because you're spending a large portion of the fight standing around doing absolutely nothing, and that is not Wolverine. In a fight, he's all offense. He doesn't stand on the bench waiting to be attacked. So doesn't make sense to me. And this 100% damage increase for 2 attacks seems all nice and fancy, but honestly, it's all flash and no substance. Just like this uniform, in my opinion, it looks beautiful, but the damage increase is so small, so minuscule, that if you're not a really big fan of the character, you should definitely not be picking up this uniform if you already have one of these two, because you're not going to see a significant change. What Wolverine got in update 4.9 was what a lot of us wanted for him, is level 70 and his tier 3. What we wanted from this uniform, I can honestly say, at the very least, what I wanted from this uniform, I don't feel like I got it. I don't feel like I got it. Like, seriously, for him to be getting a 3rd uniform, and if you're not going to ever get the character to level 70 or tier 3, you're not going to notice a difference between this and probably not this. Sure, you might have a little bit more survivability because in these 2 uniforms he has some damage reduction, where in this one he doesn't. But still, man, it's just really, really sad to see them do Wolverine this dirty, you know what I'm saying? And I put off making this video because I was very, very, very angry. And I know a lot of you guys don't like when I just come in a video and start screaming and just losing my mind, right? So I decided, you know what, I'm going to play with Sabretooth, I'm going to play with Juggernaut, and I'm going to have my fun with them, and then we'll come back and talk about Logan. And here we are. Honestly, it's sad. It's real sad. And it's so upsetting to see one of my favorite looking uniforms in this game, and I can't recommend it to people. And honestly, every time I use it, it just brings sadness to me, because I know that there was so much potential here and I felt like it just got wasted. It really got wasted. Anyways, we're gonna jump into a little bit of gameplay with him today, because I don't want to keep you guys here just ranting and raving about him, right? I'll show you all the stats. It's just sad, man. It feels real bad. It feels real bad as a Wolverine fan. I feel like I got let down. I feel like I got robbed, you know what I'm saying? Like, sure, I had a decision to buy it, but it wasn't really a decision because I'm a fan of the character. I see the uniform right away. I'm like, I gotta buy this, you know what I'm saying? Comic book love, movie love, it's all that, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of sad, man. We're gonna use him right here with Nick Fury and Shuri. I'll show you guys. I had a couple of you asking me to show you how to use the 3rd skill effectively, because it's more than just using the 3rd skill and waiting around. You actually have to time it, which I like the skill factor, but again, it doesn't fit thematically with what Wolverine is, right? Wolverine is an offensive monster. You shouldn't be waiting around to be attacked. Anyways, I'll show you guys how to use this thing properly. So basically, you're not just using it like this and waiting around, right? Because even if you get hit after that, you're not going to get anything. You see? I used it. What you need to actually do is wait for the right moment when the enemy is going to attack you, just like that, and then you counterattack. But look how minuscule of a damage increase you're getting, right? So you don't want to use it like this and then wait for the attack, because then you get nothing. So you actually have to sit around, wait for the right moment, and then use it. And if the enemy is too far away, like you just saw, the attack just completely misses, right? So the gimmick that you're using to sell this uniform is just really nothing. It's just a look. Like, you're literally just paying for the aesthetics, right? Because if you go in a fight and you're literally just doing this the whole fight to try and scale up your damage to get that 100% damage increase, what you're going to end up doing is running down the clock. And like I always say, in Marvel Future Fight, everything is on a timer. Everything is on a timer. So if you run around and you're like, okay, I'm going to wait for the right moment for Proxima or whoever to attack me so I can counter their attack to get a damage buff, you know how much time you're going to waste in the fight doing that? Oh my goodness. Like, you can see for yourself. And it's not doing no kind of damage. I missed it there because I wasn't paying attention, but let me actually do it again. I'll show you guys one more time. So basically what you want to do is just sit in front of the boss or whoever and just wait for the right moment when they're going to attack you and then counter like that, right? Anyways, let's actually restart this because he can actually clear this stage. I think this is the highest I can do with him. And frankly, it's pretty disappointing because he has Nick Fury's lead, Nick Fury's tier 2 passive, and Shuri's passive. And this is the highest I can do with him consistently. I can do higher than this with a level 60 Sabretooth no uniform, right? He's a tier 2 native with the uniform. That's at legendary, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just sad, man. I kind of have him built way better than I have Sabretooth, right? Sure, Sabretooth's at level 70 now, but I gave you guys gameplay on him, and you can attest to the fact that, like, I have Wolverine built better, way better than I have Sabretooth, because I have mad love for the guy. So it really pains me when I have to make videos shitting on characters that I really love, but I have to do it because that's the kind of person I am. If something is garbage, I'm gonna say it's garbage. I don't want to say this uniform is garbage because if you have the base kit, it's definitely a significant upgrade from the base kit. But if you have like the Age of Apocalypse uniform or even the Marvel Now uniform, which I think that one is not that good, right? This uniform is like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a 3 to 5% increase in damage. That's it. Right? Until you get him to like tier 3 or level 7 to gear 25, you're not going to notice a difference. But then again, all those improvements are not based off of the uniform. It's just based off the character level and the tier 3 being acquired. So it's like, what are you really paying for? Like, I'm saying, like, it's just sad, man. Anyways, let's actually do this thing. I'll show you guys how he does here against Proxima, man. Let's have some fun with him. It's just sad. Like, for me to be here making a uniform video on one of my favorite characters, being Wolverine, you know what I'm saying? Also, the new change to the force kill, like, I love how it looks. It looks so cool, but because now there's that drawn up portion of it, it makes it much harder to time his damage proc on his 5th. Because you have to wait for the second portion of that skill where he does the hits and then attack. See, like right there, I missed my proc completely. So now my damage is just gonna be complete shit. And yeah, for me, when I play Wolverine, even if I'm using him in this uniform, I don't even bother using the counter attack as like any means of anything. And I think once I get into tier 3, I'm just gonna continue to do that. I'm just gonna use the 3 skill just to charge his tier 3. So the main gimmick that they're using to sell this uniform, which is the counter attack, actually I think the way how the uniform looks is the gimmick, right? Because let's be honest, like, if it didn't look like this, way more people would be complete. Like, imagine if we got, you know what I'm saying? Imagine if we didn't get Wolverine level 70 and tier 3 in this update and all we got was this uniform, right? Just imagine if that's all we got for Wolverine in this update. You would be seeing way more people being super upset about this. But because he got level 70 and he got tier 3, he looks a lot better than the other combat characters who are garbage, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's kind of in a place where he's better. Like, he's a little bit better. Not a little bit. He's a lot better than Mr. Fantastic because he has the healing. Take away the healing from Wolverine and you have basically Mr. Fantastic. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad because Wolverine should not be looked at in that kind of way. Like, I was really, really amped. You guys know me, man. Like, I was really, really amped when I saw Wolverine getting tier 3. I was like, yes, Wolverine's gonna rip people to shreds, bro. He's gonna take over the combat class. RIP Cap, bro. I know you're gonna get something. Hold up. I know you're gonna get something in Endgame to make you really good, but RIP Cap, bro. I was looking forward to Wolverine completely taking over the combat class from Captain America and Minerva. You know what I'm saying? Let me actually get out of that. But that's not what we got. Like, even at tier 3, he's probably gonna be weaker than Sabretooth at level 70 gear 25. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just sad, man. Like, it feels real bad. Let me actually move on to that, because he's about to die, bro. Like, it's just so sad to see. Oh my goodness. Like, I kind of feel like part of me really want them to just like take away half of DP's damage and just give it to Logan, bro. Because at this point, that's what the man needs, bro. Like, they should have just put damage accumulation on his third skill and just say, away with this counterattack nonsense. Just make it so that whenever he uses that third skill, he just gets damage accumulation as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so stupid, man. Like, they need to get, and I know they're not going to get rid of the counterattack, and they're probably never going to change it or anything like that, right? Because they already made their money, and they're going to continue to make money because it's the X-Force uniform for Wolverine. And, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people like me that have mad love for Wolverine, and they're going to look at this. Like, I'm not going to stand around and wait for you to attack me, bro. I'm just going to use the skill. Anyways, that have mad love for Wolverine, and they're like, yeah, man, X-Force. They're not even going to think logically about how the uniform changes the character, how much more damage he's getting, how much survivability he's getting. None of that. They're going to look at it and be like, X-Force Wolverine, bye. You know what I'm saying? That's just how a lot of people think. And honestly, when it comes to people like Wolverine and Deadpool, that's exactly how I think as well. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? I don't even bother thinking, oh yeah, how much more am I getting? Like, for me, when I'm buying uniforms for characters, first thing I'm looking at, how much more damage they're getting, how much survivability they're getting, any new mechanics, you know what I'm saying? Damage immunity, heal, defense down, iframes, all that stuff come into play when I'm trying to buy a uniform for a character. But when it comes to people that I love, like, all logic, all sense of reason, everything just goes out the window. And I think that's the situation here with Logan. A lot of people, right? It's Logan. He's so popular. People have mad love for him. They know that hit or miss, people are gonna buy, right? So they're not gonna fix him. What they're gonna do is probably give us another small upgrade and another uniform in the future. And I swear to God, bro, I know some of you guys get upset when I say God, but like, I swear to God, if the next uniform Logan gets, like, we're not even gonna be able to complete this. I'm so upset. Anyways, I swear to God, bro, if the next uniform that Logan gets, why is she doing this so much? Like, I swear, guys, he can do this. He can do this. It's just, she's just doing the most right now. Anyways, I'm gonna say, if the next uniform Logan gets is old man, oh my goodness, he's just trying to kill him. Anyways, it's old man Logan, and it's not a badass uniform. I'm gonna be too pissed, bro. I'm gonna be too pissed because this is just trash, bro. Oh my goodness, let's get out of here, man. I'm so upset. Like, I feel like because I'm so upset I can't even play him properly, man. We struggled here, but I promise you guys, he can actually do this. It's just real sad, and I feel real bad for Wolverine, man, because I wanted so much for him to be a top-tier combat character once again. I wanted him to rise to the pinnacle of this game, right, as he should be. But at this point in time, this uniform, if he's at level 60, is not going to do that for him. When he gets to level 70, when he gets to gear 25, when he gets to tier 3, sure, he's going to be one of the best combat characters in the game. But only because he's one of the only tier 3 combat characters in the game. If you compare him to people like Black Panther, Mr. Fantastic, sure, he's going to be probably better than them. Mainly, though, because of his healing. Honestly, their damage is probably going to be better than his. It's just sad, man. It feels real bad, and it just pisses me off to say that. But, guys, we're going to wrap it up right here, man. I know I didn't do the greatest of jobs showing him off, right? We could have cleared that stage, I promise y'all, guys. But right now, I'm just in a bad place when it comes to Wolverine. I can't even, like, truly enjoy the character. You know, like, it's one of those things where you look forward to something, and then you get it, and then you're just so disappointed that you can't even, like, have fun. You can't even appreciate the fact that you got something that you really wanted, because it just doesn't live up to the expectations that you had for it. And I feel like it's me. I don't want to say it's Netmarble. I have to say it's me. I think it's me. I had like real expectations for this uniform, and I think I deluded myself, and I placed myself in a place where I can't even form proper sentences. I put myself in a place where I, for a split second, thought we could go back, you know, to the days when Wolverine was the best there is in the combat class. And unfortunately, this ain't it, Chief. However, does that mean he's not going to get a mythic uniform? Does that mean he's not going to get gear 25? Does that mean he's not going to go to tier 3? Of course not. It's still happening because I love the character. Netmarble knows a lot of people love the characters, so they'll continue to give us small incremental increases for characters like Wolverine so they can justify selling more and more uniforms. It's sad, but it seems like it's the truth. I am just so upset because now we have to wait again for Wolverine to get another uniform. And I promise you guys, I'm going to try my best next time not to get hyped up, because you see what happens when I get hyped up. Like, I don't want to sound like this depressing guy crying about, oh, woe is me, my dear Wolverine. Because I know a lot of you guys are in a worse place where your favorite character, where one of your favorite characters is at the bottom of the game and they've never, ever been good. Like, for example, people like Gamora, right? I know somewhere out there, one of you guys have been literally playing this game for 4 years and Gamora has never been good, and you're still in that dark place that I am right now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want y'all to feel sorry for me, but I just wanted to share my thoughts on Wolverine. I think it's real sad how he got treated in this update, man. I wanted so much from this guy. But again, I think it's because I wanted something. And yeah. All right, boys, we're going to wrap it up right here, man. Thank you guys so much for sticking it out. Yeah, we're going to keep pushing. Whenever we get the potential done, we'll get him to level 70 and all that good stuff. I might test him out a little bit more for you guys at level 60. If y'all want to see proper gameplay with strikers against Proxima, Corvus, Thanos, all that good stuff, let me know in the comment section. I'll try not to be as depressing and down as I am right now. You know what I'm saying, man? It's just real sad, right? But we out, man. I love y'all. Peace. Oh yeah, scavenger hunt question for y'all, man, before we go. When did Wolverine make his first official comic book debut? Issue and year. Be the first to leave it in the comment section and get yourself 300 crystals courtesy of your boy. Let's make this video positive in some way, shape, or form for somebody out there. I'll catch y'all, man.